forces to create a new organization called 321 Foundation that seeks to provide information to the entire community surrounding those affected by Down syndrome. Joining me now is the Kosmowski family. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. This is the first for our station to have your organization on. I know freshly started last year. So let's get into who 321 Foundation is.
Sure. My name's Rick Kosmowski. This is my wife Amy and daughter Kayla. And
Hi.
and we're members of 321 Foundation, part of one of the families that helped start it. And it's just like you said, it's a organization of people with common interests that want to see people with Down syndrome achieve everything they could possibly be in life. So this organization started a year ago, and we found ourselves talking with friends and other families of the children with Down syndrome that wanted to see certain things, and we all had a common goal of seeing our kids being included in the community, maximizing their potential and getting everything they want and achieving their dreams. And how do we go about doing that? And we all had that same conversation with each other, and we wanted to see that happen. So as a result, we decided to come together and put together this organization, 321 Foundation. And we started with our very first event, which just happened to be in the same time frame as World Down Syndrome Day, which is on March 21st, like the 321 that we're about, and that also ties to Down syndrome, which is the third copy of the 21st chromosome, and that's the technical term for Down syndrome. So that's where the 321
I was going to say,
piece
there's the
comes
connection.
from.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So and that's us, and our mission basically is to empower all individuals with Down syndrome, their families, friends in the community, through advocacy, education, and support.
That's wonderful. And then the 3 can also stand for too, that there's 3 different types of Down syndrome. That's something that I learned myself. I had no clue about. That's why I researched into it.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note too that while we were started all by families that have kids with Down syndrome, that we service far more than that, and we have a goal of just including everyone of any disability, and we just want to be a very inclusive group.
Right, because that was going to be my next question, like how are you reaching out to the Hispanic community? But this is just not catered towards one particular race. This affects everyone.
Yes, yeah, Down syndrome is not tied to any specific type of person or any type of economic,
Race, age.
And there's no...
It can happen in anyone. In fact, it's the most commonly occurring genetic disorder, and there would be a lot more people with Down syndrome in the world today, but we, through prenatal diagnosis, and most babies are aborted that have Down syndrome. So despite the fact that it's the most commonly occurring, there's not as many people with Down syndrome in the world.
But we have Kayla here with us. And,
yes.
And she's a wonderful little girl. I met her earlier. Kayla, how are you?
Good.
Can you share with us some things you want to tell us that you spoke about earlier?
Yeah. So we have my dad. We are gonna go to Washington D.C.
We go there a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
What do we do there?
We have to pass the ABLE Act and save money, and I would say people are happy, and it's I'm gonna say lots people with that Down syndrome rock.
Yes, they
do. Good job, Kayla.
And you're such a rock star. Can you tell us about this lawn that's named after you?
Yes.
What's that? How did that happen?
Because it's called Kayla's Lawn now.
Okay, that's great. So these are different opportunities that families like yours actually get to have. And with every obstacle and challenge that one goes through, I'm just very proud that a family like yours came up with this type of organization and looked at it as a positive thing. Because like you were saying, as soon as a family finds out about this, sometimes they want to abort, or some parents, they become split. The father
Yes.
wants to keep the child and the mother wants to go, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So
It's really hard. Yeah, it's hard coming, to grips with the initial diagnosis. You go through the whole loss process of your perfect child, and I think that we are...
It's the last thing you're thinking about, right?
Yeah. I mean, for us, we didn't get the diagnosis until after Kayla was born. And, I think unfortunately because of society's stigma on individuals with disabilities, that is the hardest thing to come to grips with is, is my kid going to go to college, drive a car, get married? And it's all those things that honestly no parent can answer.
Right.
No parent
Have
of
a
any
prom
child
date.
can answer. Right.
Yeah.
And so as soon as we realized we just had to take one day at a time and do everything that was best for Kayla, getting her involved with as much as she could get involved with speech therapy, physical therapy, and then also anything that she loves. Like, what do you like to do, Kayla?
Hip hop.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. You have a lot of different sides to your personality here. That's awesome, Kayla.
Yeah.
That's great. I just love to see a child who has so much energy.
Yeah,
Such
well,
a
I mean,
sweetheart.
and that's what we're all about, is helping families achieve their dreams for their child. So everything past that initial diagnosis point, where you're not expecting it and it's negative and you feel like it's bad, it's really not. And you have a blessing and a wonderful child with you. And Kayla, I mean, I can't imagine my life without Kayla right now, and she's taught me so much. I'm such a better person today, and I think we can say that about a lot of our kids. And and she's amazing, and she's doing everything that she wants to do, and doing things with other kids that they're doing as well. And we just learn to be the best parents we can be, and understand all the supports that are out there to help her be the best she can be.
And it's a different lifestyle. I mean, they come to this world and they teach us so many different lessons. But on top of that, you're not regular parents. Most parents at 18 years old, let them go to college, and that's that. But children with special health care needs, it's for the rest of their lives.
Right. And I think it's important to say that, individuals with Down syndrome are all so different. And, our hope is that Kayla will go to college and take on a career that she loves. And with the ABLE Act that was just passed, hopefully she will be able to save her own money and do her own things in the future. But that's what we're here for as the 321 Foundation, is to really help give supports, show people the ways to find different resources that are available, and also just be supports amongst parents, because that's the most important thing. Is just one of the greatest moments for us was when we first met a parent or parents with their child that had Down syndrome. They came into our living room and they sat down with us and they just talked to us, and we realized, you know what? It's not a big deal. Like, she's a beautiful girl, and she's doing what she wants to do, and she's happy. And at the end of the day, as long as Kayla's happy, that's the most important thing in life.
And she has great parents who are not only supporting her, but this calls through the entire community. And before we leave, what lastly do you want to share with our viewers about 321 Foundation? And when you're done, Kayla, if you want, you could say something too before we leave.
Sure. Well, I think reach out to us, 321foundation.com. And remember that everyone deserves to be able to do the things that everyone else is doing in the community. So everyone has a right to be able to be involved in the world today, and we should be able to help them do that to every extent possible. So that's what our mission's all about. And it's not so, and it's every individual person. Everybody's different, and we need to support everyone and look at everybody on an individual level.
And thanks for sharing that information, because I know on the website you have a list of events for those who are interested in joining. Amy, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I just think to reiterate, if you're a new parent and this diagnosis has caught you off guard, it's the best thing to do is reach out to other parents and get to know other families and see what life is like, because our life is amazing with Kayla. Like Rick said, right? 'Cause you're a pretty amazing kid.
Definitely. Kayla, what do you want to tell to all the kids that are watching before we leave? What do you want to say?
See that people that the drum rock.
Oh, that's the theme today. Thank
That's
you
right.
so much, Kayla. Well, thank you so much for
Great
both
job.
of you too for joining us today. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Wonderful, my pleasure. And on behalf of all of us here at WITN 22, I'm Yesenia Taveras. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.